Hey, it's Mitchell J, this Scaredy Cat Guide, and we are going to look at crypto again. And I'm going to talk about the round trip that the cryptocurrency market has done. So I'll look at Bitcoin and probably Ethereum and Litecoin. But basically, what I'm talking about is, and you'll see it's already happened in Ethereum, it's close in Litecoin. Bitcoin is almost there. We shall see. So if you look at this daily chart over the last year, you'll see, we were moving, trending higher, got more aggressive, and then all of a sudden, boom, we went to crazy town, right? So what I've seen often is we get a full round trip back to where this crazy town breakout started. No idea why I'm calling it crazy town, outside of the fact that, look at this, this is crazy. So, and these are situations where, hello, take some profits. I mean, if you see something triple in a few weeks, yeah, you're supposed to take profits. Like take half off. You're free rolling at that point. You have nothing to lose. Um, but anyway, so you can see like Bitcoin pulled all the way back to this level we've talked about, the previous bottom, and it bottomed out basically 5,900, which kind of is a full round trip. Assuming that, this is the breakout level. I mean, honestly, we got pretty aggressive here, so we could see possibly pulling back to low fives, even into the high fours for it technically to be a full round trip. But either way, what I like about this is the majority of the move has happened now. So your risk versus your reward is much better now than it was a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. The bottom line is, even if we were to go down another 1,000, 2,000 points, buying at 7K rather than buying at 14K, huge difference. Huge difference. It's just even in risk reward. I mean, think about it. If you buy at 7K, your upside's what? 20, your downside 7. There you go. It's almost 3-to-1 risk reward. If you bought at 14K, what's your upside? It's still 20. That's the all-time high. That's where your next target is. But your downside is 14. So now you have a reverse 2-to-1. That is not how you make money investing. Asymmetrical risk. I talk about it all the time. You need to put the reward versus the risk in your favor. You need to have 2, 3, 4 times the potential reward versus the risk you are giving up. And that is how all the top wealth managers and money managers make money. That is one of the biggest things they do and one of the biggest things they talk about. So the fact that we've pretty much had almost a round trip on Bitcoin puts us in that better position. And I'm not saying it's time to buy. And honestly, I'll really never tell you to buy or sell because my risk appetite, my desires in crypto investing are going to be different than yours. All I do is basically show you how to recognize price levels and then how we can set up scenarios with positive risk reward and put the probabilities in our favor. So with that said, like I said in yesterday's video, essentially, we broke the long-term uptrend line, not good, and probably, we're going to make a run at the prior bottom, this most recent bottom. So we're kind of there. Like you see, we're at the opening closing of those bottoms, and then you have the intradays that take us down to 6 and 5,900. So the question is, have we come down and are we consolidating sideways to just sell off again down to 6K, or are we going to get a bounce and come up to 8K and test this trend line that we broke to see if we can either get back into trend or if it's going to fail and basically keep us in a new downtrend? So that is the $8,000 question, I guess. So we'll see how that plays out. I'll bring up Litecoin real quick and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like Litecoin, we basically sideways and then boom, parabolic at where? About 100. So where are we getting close to? We're at 115. We kind of tested it already. These intraday lows came down to 100. We've bounced. Now where are we? We're right back there. Same thing. We're in the mix here. We haven't quite touched these intraday lows, but we also are below the opening closing lows of that prior bottom. So again, are we consolidating to make one more leg down and maybe get down to these prior supports, get down to $95, or are we going to rally and maybe test the 200-day moving average up at $1.45? And that's it. I mean, and I hope that doesn't sound too complicated because really I'm just looking at the upside price target and the downside price target and then act accordingly. So right now I'm not going to do anything because we're in the middle of nowhere and we're going sideways. So it's a coin flip, it's basically guessing. The good news is about all this is that not only have we done like basically a full round trip and we are back at better risk reward scenarios, but crypto clearly isn't going anywhere. Like crypto's not shrinking, it's growing. So like prices are going down now, but like just look at the news right here. Like just all sorts, especially this. Trading opens on crypto exchange. I can't even pronounce that. Huabu in South Korea. So you have the exchanges opening trading in more countries. Obviously, they're not going to do that if they don't think there's the demand there. So clearly, there's growing demand for cryptocurrencies. Obviously, blockchain is a whole nother story, and that's getting implemented by major corporations left and right. So blockchain is here to stay, and in a way, cryptocurrency. It's just a matter of what cryptocurrency is going to essentially excel, what are going to be coins that actually get used, or maybe just even become a store of value. And that's why I generally like to focus on the big cap ones. Obviously, I like Bitcoin. Bitcoin's first to market. It has that advantage. Ethereum and Litecoin are essentially improvements in a way on the Bitcoin blockchain, and they were to the game early. So they're somewhat entrenched, and they have that advantage to possibly have success over these newer startups and these smaller altcoins. So although I look at everything, I also mainly watch the big three to gauge the market, because the bottom line is the market follows those, especially Bitcoin still. Until that changes, I'm going to play that trend. But anyway, so going back to Bitcoin, we kind of know what's up. We're just sitting here waiting to see what happens. This daily candle just opened like an hour and a half ago. It's green thus far. We'll see if it can continue that way or not. But again, just waiting to see if we make it up to the trend line to test it, or if we come down to test these intraday lows. Anyway, I'll see you on the next video. As usual, I will drop links to the ebook download and then also the crypto class, which is where I kind of teach everything I'm talking about now, especially support and resistance, which is what I use to recognize these upside and downside targets. So that is the video number 1. I teach you how to recognize support and resistance levels, and then get into some other good stuff from there. So I'll drop those links in the show notes, and I will see you guys on the next one.